ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ श्रीपरमात्मने नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Welcome back to the ninth session of our studying Bhagavad Gita. Today we will study a few verses together. And they are 32, 35, 32, 33, 34, 35. किं नो राज्येन गोविन्द किं भोगैर्जीवितेन वा येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगः सुखानि च त इमेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणं त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्याः पितरः पुत्रास्तथैव च पितामहाः मातुलः श्वशुरः पौत्रः श्याला सम्बन्धिनस्तथा एतन्न हन्तुमिच्छामि घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य हेतुः किं नो महि कृते निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रन्न का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन। Kim, what use? Naha, to us. Rajyena is the kingdom. Govinda, O Krishna. Kim, what? Bhogaihi, enjoyment. Jivitena, living. Va, either. Yesham, of whom. Arthe, for the sake. Kankshitam is desired. Naha, by us. Rajyam, kingdom. Bhogaha, material enjoyment. Sukhani, all happiness. Cha, also. Te, all of them. Ime, these. Avastitaha, situated. Yuddhe, on this battlefield. Pranan, lives. Tyaktva, giving up. Dhanani, riches. Cha, also. Acharyaha, teachers. Pitaraha, fathers. Putraha, sons. Tatha, as well as. Eva, certainly. Cha, also. Pitamahaha, grandfathers. Matulaha, maternal uncles. Shvashuraha, fathers-in-law. Pautraha, grandsons. Shyalaha, brothers-in-law. Sambandhinaha, relatives. Tatha, as well as. Etan, all these. Na, never. Hantum, to kill. Ichhami, do I wish. Gnataha, being killed. Api, even. Madhusudana, O killer of the demon Madhu, that is Krishna. Api, even if. Trailokya, of the three worlds. Rajyasya, for the kingdom. Hetoho, is exchanged. Kimnu, what to speak of. Mahikrute, for the sake of the earth. Nihatya, by killing. Dhartarashtran, the sons of Dhritarashtra. Naha, our. Ka, what? Pritihi, pleasure. Syat, will there be. Janardana, O maintainer of all living entities. Translation. O Govinda, of what avail to us are a kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on this battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, fathers-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the three worlds, let alone this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? So, in these verses, we see that Arjuna addresses Sri Krishna by different names. First is Govinda, then Madhusudana, and then Janardana. So, first Arjuna has addressed Lord Krishna as Govinda because Krishna is the object of all pleasures of cows and organs. So, being their presiding deity, Arjuna thinks that Krishna is aware of the activities of the organs, that is, go. And if he is aware of the activities, then, O Krishna, O Govinda, you know it very well that I don't hanker for this victory, the kingdom, and even for my life. So why are you insisting me to get involved in this battle, to fight this battle? So this is the thought in Arjuna's mind. And we see Arjuna indicates that Krishna should understand what will satisfy his senses. But Govinda is not meant for satisfying our senses. If we try to satisfy the senses of Govinda, however, then automatically our own senses are satisfied. Materially, everyone wants to satisfy his senses, and he wants God to be the order supplier for such satisfaction. The Lord will satisfy the senses of the living entities as much as they deserve, but not to the extent that they may covet. How beautifully here in this purport Prabhupada says, uh, and that is why we see the first verse of Ishopanishad starts with Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha magradha kasyasvid dhanam, which means this entire universe is the property of the Supreme Lord. And every living entity is allotted with a certain amount of everything, that is, wealth, in a vast sense, wealth. So he should not desire for more. He should not covet, he should not desire for what he is not allotted for him. So it is also said in this purpose. So when one takes the opposite way, that is, when one tries to satisfy the senses of Govinda without desiring to satisfy one's own senses, then by the grace of Govinda, all desires of the living entity are satisfied. Arjuna's deep affection for community and family members is exhibited here partly due to his natural compassion for them. He is therefore not prepared to fight. Everyone wants to show his opponents. Okay, so he is not ready to fight. Now see, Arjuna should understand, as Krishna the Supreme Lord himself is present in the battlefield, then definitely it is the Supreme Lord's wish that Arjuna should fight this battle. And that is why he is the charioteer of Arjuna's chariot. So there should not be any hesitation after coming to the battlefield along with Sri Krishna. But he is doing this mistake here. As we know, the Supreme Lord himself has put Arjuna in this deluded state of mind. Otherwise, Arjuna is not an ignorant person. But to teach the highest wisdom, highest spiritual wisdom to the entire mankind, Sri Krishna made Arjuna to take this position of a deluded person, a materially attached person. Materially attached in that sense that he is attached to his family members and friends. Okay, so in the next verse we see Yeshamarthe kangshitam no rajyam bhoga sukhani cha. So Yeshamarthe means those for whom Yeshamarthe. So we see in the material world, enjoyment is complete when it is shared with our near and dear ones. If they are all killed, then securing enjoyment for Arjuna will be pointless. So that is what Arjuna is indicating here. Everyone wants to show his opulence to friends and relatives, but Arjuna fears that all his relatives and friends will be killed on the battlefield and he will be unable to share his opulence after victory. Though he was more or less sure about the upcoming victory because Sri Krishna was present with him. That is why Arjuna was quite sure about the victory of their team, that is Pandavas. But still which means he is not at all fearful, as we discussed earlier also. But due to his saintly qualities, he is unwilling to fight the battle because of these points as we are discussing now. First of all, he does not want kingdom. He does not want victory. He does not want even to be alive after this battle. And he thinks it is pointless securing victory also because all the relatives and the friends will die in this battle. So there will be nobody to share the joy with. So all these points Arjuna is showing one after another. And here in the purport we see this is a typical calculation of material life. The transcendental life, however, is different. Since a devotee wants to satisfy the desires of the Lord, he can accept all kinds of opulence for the service of the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept a farthing. And that is why in Bhagavad Gita we see Bhagavan says that Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana pariyupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So in relation to this, the living entities get that much as they deserve. So Bhagavan says, it is my responsibility that I arrange the things that my devotee deserve, and I maintain them also. Yoga Kshema, both. I preserve them. So it is my responsibility. So now, Arjuna did not want to kill his relatives, and if there were any need to kill them, he desired that Krishna kill them personally. Here we see as Arjuna addresses Krishna as Janardana. Janardana literally means that the maintainer of the creatures or the afflictor of the creatures. So Arjuna's point is that Krishna, definitely I don't want to kill my own relatives. So if they are to be killed, then they should be killed by you. Because uh, no sin will accrue to you if you kill them, because at the time of cosmic dissolution, all the creatures are vanquished by you and they take shelter in you. So if you kill them, then it is okay. But please don't tell me to kill all my relatives and friends. So this is the point, and that is why Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Janardana here. And then again, another address we find, that is Madhusudana. Why Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Madhusudana? Because the demon Madhu had stolen Vedas from Brahma, and Bhagwan killed him and recovered the Vedas and reinstalled the Vedic path. So we see Veda means to know, that is knowledge. So here Arjuna's true knowledge is missing here. He has missed his true knowledge because of delusion. And that is why the inner meaning is Arjuna is uh, praying to Sri Krishna that, Oh Madhusudana, please help me to conquer this this Madhu demon, this Madhu demon like ill thoughts that is there, that has overcome my mind. That is the delusion, Madhu demon like delusion, we can say. So Madhu demon like delusion to be removed by you, it is only possible for you because you killed Madhu, and so you kill this demon, this demon of delusion and grief that has taken over my mind. So that is the point of Arjuna. It is his thought, and that is why he is addressing as Govinda, Madhusudana, and Janardana in these verses. So, as a natural devotee of the Lord, Arjuna did not like to retaliate against his miscreant cousins and brothers. But it was the Lord's plan that they should all be killed. The devotee of the Lord does not retaliate against the wrongdoer, but the Lord does not tolerate any mischief done to the devotee of the miscreants. The Lord can excuse a person on his own account, but he excuses no one who has done harm to his devotees. Therefore, the Lord was determined to kill the miscreants, although Arjuna wanted to excuse them. As we know, Bhagavan is Bhakta Vatsala, he is Bhakta Paradhina. So, he is so attached to his devotees. He is so caring for his devotees, as we just discussed, that he uh, gives everybody what they deserve. And for the devotees, his mercy is so much that in this connection, if we see the Ambarisha Maharaja, he was a great devotee of the Lord. In Canto 9, we of Śrimad Bhagavatam, we see Ambarisha Maharaja's story, that how Ambarisha Maharaja was protected by the Lord from the curse of Durvasa Muni and punished Durvasa Muni. So, the long story cut short, Ambarisha Maharaja was a very ardent devotee of the Lord. And he was very particular about the about following the vratas, and so it was an Ekadashi vrata that Ambarisha Maharaja was following. And as we know, there are two Ekadashi vratas in a month. That is the 11th day of the waxing and waning moon. So, and the very next day, the following day, that is the Dwadashi, the 12th day of the cycle, the fast of the Ekadashi is broken. So, Ekadashi is a fasting day, and Dwadashi is on a particular time. There is a particular time slot when the fast to be broken. So it happened like this. Durvasa Muni came to Ambarisha Maharaja's palace as a guest on that very day, that is on the 12th day, that is on Dwadashi. Then Ambarisha Maharaja was preparing for breaking his fast, to break his fast. And Durvasa Muni came and he went to the river to take a bath. And Ambarisha Maharaja was waiting. And Durvasa Muni was taking so long that that particular time slot was running out. So Ambarisha Maharaja discussed with the Brahmanas, the priests, and the priests suggested that yes, it is not in favor of the religion that you should take your meal without serving the Brahmana guest. Durvasa Muni, they were indicating to. But one thing can be done, that you take little amount of water to break the fast. So Ambarisha Maharaja followed the instructions of the Brahmanas. But Durvasa Muni, by his mystic power, could understand that Ambarisha Maharaja is breaking his fast by little amount of water. So when he came back after taking a bath from the river to the palace of Ambarisha Maharaja, he was furious. And then he cursed Ambarisha Maharaja, and a demon came out to attack. By the curse, a demon came out to attack Ambarisha Maharaja, and immediately Bhagavan's Sudarshana Chakra killed that demon and converted it to ashes. And then the Sudarshana Chakra was started chasing Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni was just running like anything. And amazing thing is that for a complete 1 year time, Durvasa Muni was rotating all over the world to get rid from this Sudarshana Chakra, from Bhagavan Sudarshana Chakra. But the Sudarshana Chakra chased him throughout. And then at the last, Durvasa Muni decided to surrender by reaching Vaikuntha. And there he surrendered to the Lord, that, oh Lord, yes, I really did a grave wrong to your devotee, so please forgive me. And immediately Bhagavan said, you did a grave offense to my devotee, not to me. So I cannot forgive you. You can only be forgiven if Ambarisha Maharaja forgives you. So better go to him and ask, beg at his lotus feet. What you have done is, it is really punishable offense. So you just go to him and beg him to forgive you. So Durvasa Muni went to Ambarisha Maharaja. And Ambarisha Maharaja was such a pure devotee, that, and so soft-hearted, that he was fasting the whole year when Durvasa Muni was being chased by the Sudarshana Chakra. He was feeling so pity for Durvasa Muni, that, oh my God, please somehow or the other, you please rescue this Durvasa Muni, because for him, he is suffering like this. So it was Ambarisha Maharaja's attitude. He is so such a soft-hearted and pure-hearted person, that he was so sympathetic for Durvasa Muni, who did such a wrong behavior to himself. So that is the greatness of a devotee, and that is the love and affection of Bhagavan towards his pure devotees. So, and here Arjuna and all the Pandavas are pure devotees of the Lord. So that is why it is quite obvious that what Duryodhana and the party did to Arjuna and the Pandavas, Bhagavan is not going to forgive them. Bhagavan is definitely, Bhagavan is determined to give them a punishment. And as Bhagavan says himself, the purpose of his taking avatar, he says in the fourth chapter, we will see that ajopi sanya vyayatma bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamyatma mayaya paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Uh, yes. So these two verses are very relevant in this connection. Because as Bhagavan says, though I am Aja, that is unborn, and Avyaya, that is imperishable, but still I manifest myself by my internal potency, Atma Mayaya. Why? Because to protect the sadhus, that is the pure-hearted people, the religious people, and to kill the demon-like irreligious people. And Duryodhana and party we see sinful, irreligious, envious, demoniac people. So definitely it is the Lord's purpose to vanquish them all and to re-establish dharma in the world through the Pandavas. So we see here from verse 28 when Arjuna starts saying, we see that Arjuna is raising certain questions directly and indirectly before Shri Krishna. That is, first question is, how can I kill my friends and relatives, as here he is saying. He started with that I am overwhelmed. I am losing even myself. I have no control on my mind and my lips. All these things Arjuna said. And then he says, then how can I kill my friends and relatives? That was Arjuna's first question. And then the second question is related to this. Ye shamarthe kangshitam no rajyam bhoga sukhanicha. Means, without them, how can I enjoy? Even if we are the winner, we come out victorious of this battle. Then also, for whom? Without them, how can we enjoy? That was Arjuna's second question. And the third question is related to the next verse that we are going to study now, that is verse number 36. That he is saying that sin will overcome us. Sin will overcome us. Papam eva shrayed asman hatvetan atatainaha. Sorry. So what he is saying, verse 36. पापमेव श्रयेदस्मन् हत्वैतानाततायिनः तस्मन्नर्हा वयं हन्तुं धार्तराष्ट्रं सबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव. Papam, vices, eva, certainly, ashrayet, must come upon, asman, us, hatva, by killing, etan, all these, atatayinaha, aggressors, tasmat, therefore, Na, never. Arhaha, deserving. Vayam, we. Hantum, to kill. Dhartarashtran, the sons of Dhritarashtra. Sabandhavan, along with friends. Swajanam, kinsmen. He, certainly. Katham, how. Hatva, by killing. Sukhinaha, happy. Syama, will we become. Madhava, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune. Translation. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? So we see how Arjuna, even after knowing that they are aggressors, is not ready to kill them. Now, according to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. Number 1, a poison giver. Number 2, one who sets fire to the house with an intention to burn. Number 3, one who attacks with deadly weapons. Number 4, one who plunders riches, who snatches the wealth of others. Number 5, one who occupies another's land. And number 6, one who kidnaps another person's wife. So these are the 6 grave offenses which are considered as aggression, and the performers are considered as aggressors or felons. Now we see Duryodhana and the party performed all of them. All of them. They gave poison. They set fire to their house when they were in the forest. Then they attacked them with deadly weapons. Then they snatched away everything from the Pandavas. Their right was snatched away. And then we see they occupied their land, which was their righteous property. And number 6, kidnapping another person's wife. So they not only kidnapped Draupadi that way, but insulted in the open assembly. So but we see in Vasishta Smriti 3.19, it is said that they are the aggressors. Now, Manusmriti says 8.350.1 that there is a say that when you find a felon or aggressor approaching, you should certainly kill him without any other consideration. And no sin whatever is incurred by a killer from slaying an aggressor. It is said in Manusmriti. And we see in Dharma Shastra, that is the science of morals, it is said that one should not injure anybody. But the Artha Shastra, that is the science of political economy, says that one should kill an aggressor. So Arjuna finds a contradiction here. And he wants to go with the authoritativeness of Dharma Shastra, that is the science of morals, because of his natural saintly tendency. He was by nature a pure devotee, so with all the saintly qualities. So he wanted to go with the authoritativeness of the Dharma Shastra, and moreover, he says that in his mind, And even in these verses also, that they are not ordinary aggressors. They are my own relatives and friends. So how can I kill them? Though I know all the Shastras, because Arjuna was a highly educated, a scholarly person. So he was quite aware of all the scriptures. So he says that, yes, I know what the Smriti, what Vasishta Smriti says, what Manu Smriti says, and what Yajnavalkya Smriti says, that this is from the reference 2.21 of Yajnavalkya Smriti, that when the conflict arises between two Smritis in worldly matters, then reason should prevail. So, which means the reasoning power lies with Artha Shastra. So in this case, Arjuna should go with the concept of the saying of Artha Shastra, that is, without consideration, you should kill the aggressors. But he likes to go with the authoritativeness of Dharma Shastra, as we say, because of his saintly nature. So Arjuna's idea is that somehow we will be untouched by the scene. There will be no loss to us if we don't kill them. Since he wants to adhere with the authoritativeness of morals instead of reasoning. And he is addressing Sri Krishna as Madhava here. That is, Madhava is the husband of goddess of fortune, that is Lakshmi Devi. So, Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also very significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as the husband of goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Unhappiness means misfortune. So Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing to his devotees. Is Arjuna not aware of this fact that Krishna uh, never brings misfortune to anyone? Definitely he was. But as he was deluded at that point of time, so he is saying which is not befitting his true identity. Okay, so with this, we will now end our session today. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you. Thank you.